Hey gamers! Hey gamers, and welcome back to the channel. I know I vanished without a trace for an entire year, but that's because I've been stuffing a lot of fun ideas into the video making pipeline here at the Danny Devoid channel. Make no mistake that my absence has anything to do with having a life outside of the internet or having a job that sucks the very soul out of you. And that's why I'm bringing you 3 of my personal gaming pet peeves. Let's get into it.
Let's go!
Do you know what really crinkles my corn dog?
Botch circumcision.
But also stacking games vertically. Where'd they do this at? Not here. So, I play a lot of games when I've got some extra time on my hands, and my go-to games lately have been games that I can quickly pick up and play in short bursts. So that means I'm at my shelf a lot, where I keep my entire game collection, scanning each row until I find something I want to pull down and play. Now, I quickly learned as a collector who actually plays the games they buy, that I don't have time for the bullshit that vertical stacking brings to my life. I was once guilty of doing this as well. The photo here shows how my collection looked in 2019 and how I used to vertical stack my games as well. Now I also understand that some collectors have their reason for doing this, whether it be to save space on the shelf or whatever, but allow me a moment of your time to elaborate on why this ended up being one of my biggest pet peeves in all of game collecting. You ever been to a library with vertically stacked books? Me neither. First of all, if you try to pull one game out of a stack like this, there's a chance every game above it will come with it. Like, fuck me, I just wanted to play Jurassic Park, not overpriced Jenga. Every once in a blue moon, I've managed to pull a game out of a vertical stack without making a huge mess. But guess what? Every game above hitched a ride and came along with it. Now what the hell am I supposed to do with this septuple-decker stack of games consisting of only 14.285714% of games I actually wanted to play? Well, to tell you the truth, I have been meaning to work on my backlog a bit, so I could just play each game until I get down to the bottom of the stack where Crazy Creatures is. You know, the game I wanted to play. All I wanted to do was play some Crazy Creatures. But now I got a whole excavation project ahead of me. Adventures of Goddamn Lolo. Fuck that. Little Nemo. That train scene scared me. Nope, Life Force. That's pretty good. I got nothing to say about this one. Zelda 2? No, that's actually not that bad.
It's the Legend of Zelda and it's really
Kung Fu? Look what I had to go through to get to Crazy Creatures. Finally, got to the game I wanted. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that if your game collection is set up in any kind of way that makes the simple act of pulling one game into pulling a whole stack instead, that's a huge fucking problem. Gotta love it when the game you want to play is at the very bottom of the stack, because of course it is. Maybe if I just shimmy it out very carefully. Fuck. Well, butter my ass cheeks and call me a Bojangles biscuit because it's blow time. And nothing blows more than having to go searching for the Kirby's Air Ride disc because the game hit the ground so fucking hard the disc launched itself from the case and rolled under the couch. Subscribe to stay tuned for all things Digimon. Notice how when you pull a game out from a horizontally organized game shelf, nothing happens. Look at that nice, inviting gape on the shelf I pulled out from, where I can just shove my Wii game back in. Huge update! After doing a little bit of research, I discovered a trick on how to get a game out of a vertical stack completely mess-free. This advanced method has you use both of your hands in the shape of a C, one hand for removing the game of your choice and the other hand for holding and stabilizing the stack while you do so. If you're left-handed, simply swap these methods and you're good to go. Let's give it a try. Okay, that actually worked.
Let's go.
Time is a valuable thing. Watch it count down as the pendulum from Chrono Trigger swings. And Linkin Park was right on the money about that shit. So, why did I have my N64 just sitting there unplugged? This console arrangement made it take so much more time than necessary to boot that console up and start playing when you're in the mood for, let's say, Rugrats in Paris.
The hell's up with the sound? What the fuck?
So what I'm trying to say is that for me personally, the less time between me wanting to play a game and myself actually playing said game, the better. Especially when you're a lazy ass like me who is easily talked out of and demotivated to do things. For example, when I dropped my last YouTube channel called Piggin' Out on the Pot, where I reviewed vending machine snacks while on the pot.
Today, we're gonna be reviewing this cream cheese and strawberry Danish. Yeah. Tastes like shit.
Oh, and this screenshot from earlier is from one of my older videos when I used to have my console set up like this prior to my prefrontal cortex fully maturing. So I can speak from personal experience about just how tedious it was to pull down and hook up a console every time I wanted to play a game. Here's how that would usually go down. Oh boy, I can't wait to play Castle of Illusion with what little time I have left in my day. So let's not waste any time by, digging through a bin full of cords to find the right AC adapter and video cables, untangling those cables, another pet peeve I'll probably put in my next video, getting back behind the console to plug them in, and finally getting back behind your TV to hook up those AV cables. Wow, now I have even less time on top of having even less energy. The perfect combo for game time. Well, anyways, let's play this shit.
You have been banned from the Mickey Mouse Club.
Obviously, your entire console collection doesn't have to be plugged into your TV all at once. That's just unrealistic, especially with the limited amount of video hookups on TVs these days. And same goes for your power cords, as there is only so many available outlets even when you have a power strip. And also the fire hazard you'll be creating having that much shit plugged in at once. What I'm saying is, leave your cables in your console and just swap them out as you need them to save yourself some time. Or better yet, get yourself some video switchers. All my console's video cables are hooked up through a few video switchers. These switchers are all labeled with these nice little stickers so I can tell which switch connects which console. Wow, what a tongue twister. Want to play some Nintendo 64? Plug in your N64's power supply and press the button labeled N64. Wow, that was easy. It's almost as if I prefer actually playing games over dumpster diving for cables. As for those power cables, I just kind of have them chilling next to this power strip. Now, which power cable connects which console, you may ask? Well, check this out. Here's some little tags I got from Office Depot. I then stuck some console logo stickers on them so that I know which console I'm powering up. See? NES, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo. Could this get any easier? Everything I've showed you so far in this video can be obtained fairly cheaply. I got this sticker sheet for every video game console ever made from Etsy for $19. Composite video switchers can be obtained for around $13, if not cheaper. Mine even supports S-Video, and these tags were around $5. So if you've already spent hundreds, if not thousands, on your video game and console collection, why not shell out a few more dollars to make your hobby that much more enjoyable? And it's not just myself that I've started doing this for. I also often have friends and family over who like to game as well, and I have this set up in such a way so that they can just come on in and start up any game they like. I purposely made this the most inviting setup possible. Imagine for a moment hosting a game night and you have all your friends over for a Smash Bros. Melee competition. They all come in with their GameCube controllers, excited and ready to show off just how much their hobby has taken priority over not smelling like pepperoni dog farts. But then you say, whoa! whoa, hold up fellas. I gotta get everything set up. I got to change this from a retro YouTuber's background to an actual useful entertainment center. And instead of having fun, your guests just sit there awkwardly watching you fumble around with composite cables and power adapters saying, nope, not this one. Nope, not this one either. Hold on fellas, I'll find them cables soon. That's when your guests head out. Again, this is just a pet peeve of mine coming from a lot of personal experience of having terrible gaming setups. As for everyone else, you can do whatever you want, especially if it's your stuff that you spent your hard-earned money on. Despite me ranting like a I hope you found some useful tips for your gaming setup. But if you just want to have a cool background for your gaming video essay channel where you say titular and nuance in the opening, followed by a videotape going into a VCR, then don't sweat it. Build your gaming museum. You proudly display that PlayStation on that IKEA Kallax. But for everyone else, I gotta ask, why? And more importantly, where do they do this at? Well, like I said before, apparently here, where I live, because there I am with an unplugged N64.
Let's go.
Yeah, that sucks when that happens, doesn't it? I hate it when video game characters break the fourth wall and speak to me directly. It's like a creepypasta, but in real life. It always seems to happen when I quit taking my palipraskibididone or whatever it was called. I forget. Anyways, the first time it happened to me was when I was playing Thundercats on the Atari ST personal computer, and instead of doing the usual opening where Mumra says he stole the Eye of Thundera, he instead said something along the lines of,
Wouldn't it be funny if you made videos about Digimon and pretended like you knew what you were talking about? That would be kind of funny, I think. An epic troll, if you will.
Yeah, true story, and I have proof that I actually took his advice. This happened. But the worst case of this happening was when I was playing Dynamite Heady for the Sega Genesis, and the titular
Did you just say tits?
character started talking directly to me during the opening demo. I remember him going on about how I should spend most of my time at work writing YouTube videos instead of actually working. He even got scarily accurate by telling me to take the stairwell to the 5th floor, and I remember thinking, my work doesn't have a 5th floor. Despite that, my curiosity got the best of me, and sure enough, we actually do have a 5th floor, although it's actually just a small penthouse for maintenance workers to access the roof. Anyways, after I found that, he told me to use that area up there to hide out and write and think of new ideas for content. He also suggested I keep snacks up there. But then Mr. Heady started pushing the idea of me drinking on the job to get my quote-unquote creative juices flowing. He really pushed Four Loko for some reason, specifically the jungle juice flavor.
I recommend the jungle juice flavor.
It's got a good taste. Has a good taste.
Drinking at work is funny.
Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed hearing about 3 of my gaming pet peeves, and thank you for taking the time to watch it. Hit that like button if you found this first world bitching relatable, and comment your comment in the comment section commenting about your own gaming pet peeves. Well, I've already wasted too much time being constructive making videos and whatnot, and a gamer's got a game. If you need me, I'll be playing Castle of Illusion until I get a blood clot. See you next time, gamers!